And with some things, you can't wash them off because it all goes under the skin. The government is deeply concerned about pesticide residue. I just thought I'd tell you this. I just thought, you know, because it seems to have received very little attention. The country's poisoning itself. Well, the farmers are doing it for us. And nobody bothers, eh? But if Saucy's secretary has to go to an industrial tribunal because she wiggled something at the boss and was dismissed, front page of all the tabloids, eh? Hoo-hoo. So there you are. Baby carrots, they're bad for you. They're grown in blocks of compressed peat with pesticide already mixed in with it. So, it makes you wonder, I mean, first of all, how did we manage without pesticides? And if you're not supposed to eat fat, butter, sugar, and all this, how did people manage to live years ago? What did, I mean, Henry VIII didn't have any sunflower margarine, did he? He didn't eat... You've never heard of the soya pate of Old England. They managed, didn't they? I mean, obviously they're all dead, but you've got to die at some point. You've got to die of something. Why did I start talking about that? I don't know. It's obviously time that the programme finished, right? Let's see it off. Anyway, it's the penultimate one this evening. Let's try and make it as best we can, and I can reveal exclusively at this point that tomorrow evening, in the final groin strain, there will be a huge party here at the studio where all the many, many people who've been on the programme over the last few years will be present. And we're all going to have a real wackadoozy here in the studio. So that will be exciting. Good. Look forward to that then. Huckvale, in his usual helpful way, has written down a long list of people who are on the phone who want to talk about things, and then gone for a little walk around the station, gone to look at the, see how the decorating's coming along and that. So, we'll just have to wait until he gets his not inconsiderable butt in here. But anyway, for the time being, let's have a drop of this. And then those fairground attraction people, they're a bit tedious, I know, but it's, you know, it's harmless, isn't it? It's very easy to see what's going to happen now, isn't it? Eh? First one gets to number 1, the second one gets to about number 8, because everybody liked the first one, and then the third one proves to be rather difficult to get hold of. Still, never mind. I'm so disappointed that bloke had a hoop shirt on. He just knew it, didn't you, eh? And one of those little flat French hats. Still, you can't have everything. Right, we've got lots and lots of punters. Huckvale, he's beside himself with perspiration. He's overcome. He works too hard, the lad, really, one way or another. Still, he seems to be as emotional as I am about not being, you know, working these hours anymore. But I think he'll be all right. I think he'll pull round. Little Hulton, Salford, Cheshire and Collyhurst are just a few of the places to which I shall be whisking you directly. And already we find ourselves in Little Hulton. Where waiting to speak to us is David Griffiths.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, Jim. I need some advice. Right, what it is, I moved into a council flat about 2 months ago. Right.
What do you want me to do about that?
No, I'm going to explain it to you now.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
And in 2 months, I've been raided by the CID. I've been raided by the drug squad.
Yeah.
I've been shed burned down. It's been broken into.
By who? By the special branch?
No, we don't know who's done this.
Oh, right.
And then it's been broken, like I said, it's been broken into 8 times.
Yeah.
Right. And on Sunday morning, at 2:30, well, say Monday morning, actually, 2:30 in the morning, the police come, knock me up, search a flat for a bloke. We were surrounded all over the place. We were looking for a bloke, and now the police who come, they know me, but they said, "Am I David Eaton?" Now they know me, but they kept asking me that, right? And now the bloke who I think has done it is called.
Oh God, blimey, okay. Charlie! Okay. Oh dear, what a way to finish the series.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry about that.
Listen, you'll have me in the light entertainment section of Strange Ways.
Sorry about that.
Then I'll be able to deal with the complaints then.
Right.
God,
and,
dear.
No, what it is, the person is supposed to be on a run from an open prison, right?
Oh.
Now, presumably, he thinks that his girlfriend's still there, right? I had to cover her flat. Now, he still thinks that she still lives there, and he thinks I might be having an affair with her, right?
Yeah.
And now,
are you?
No.
Oh, all right then.
On Monday night it was, my flat got broken into.
Mm-hmm.
For the 9th time. And it all got smashed up completely, sprayed all over the walls, everything slashed, the bed slashed, the base of the bed slashed.
I've done that myself sometimes.
The telly broken that, right?
Yeah.
Now, the person who used to own the flat before me were all on drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
now,
can't you put a sign up saying under new management?
Well, it's like I said, though, the police said they can't do anything.
Well, they seem to have no difficulty coming round and breaking into...
I know that. But it's like, I'm trying to get the council to give me a transfer.
Yeah.
Right? But I reckon they've not got enough circumstances to have one. Right? Now...
Well, can't you say you're overcrowded? You got half of GMP in the living room.
Right. But the other thing is, when it got broken into on Monday, right, I left some lights on like I usually do, right?
Yeah.
But when I come back...
Well, it doesn't matter, you probably don't pay your electric. Yeah?
I come back on the Tuesday morning, all the power was switched off, as though somebody could have been waiting there for me or knifed me, for all I know.
Yeah.
Right? Now, at the moment, I can't go to the house because I'm too scared to.
Right.
And I'm a bit bothered about it because I'm sick and tired of it keep getting broken into. I'm sleeping in a car.
Oh, good grief.
Over on Kenyon Way. Now, I know it's not very nice, but...
Well, don't give the registration number out.
I won't be doing. Right? But I'm sleeping in the car.
Whose car is it, anyway?
Eh?
Whose car is it? Don't we get on and talk about all human life is there?
No, it's my father-in-law's son's.
You're right, yeah. Father-in-law's son. Yeah, right. Your brother-in-law, then?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Puts an easy way around it.
Does he not? I mean, he doesn't need the car for work or anything, does he?
Well, when he takes the car to work, I get up and just go for a walk round.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What you want to do? Well, first of all, I'll tell you what you want to do. You want to send off to the postal bargains for one of those little things you can plug into the cigarette lighter for making a cup of tea with. All right?
Yeah.
So you won't wake up in the morning all, like you do sometimes. Right, so, I mean, obviously that will tide you over until we can get things sorted out on a more permanent basis. As regards your, the fact that you appear to be living in, it must be like living on the set of Hill Street Blues, I should imagine, isn't it?
Well, it is. It is. It's not very nice. The police keep coming and knocking on the door near enough every night.
No, can't you,
I'm a bag of nerves.
I would be. I would be if I were you.
It's that bad. It's that bad. I've got a dog there, right? And even the dog's scared. I've had to take that out of the flat.
The dog's frightened?
Yeah, it won't go anywhere near the flat now, the dog. Stays well away. If I take it up near the flat, it won't go.
Or perhaps it's haunted.
No, I don't think it's haunted. But I just need some advice on what to do.
Can't you? Look, do you know the inspector or superintendent in charge at your local NIC?
Local NIC?
Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No.
Well, what I should try... I mean, I would try this quite seriously, right? Rather than set up a confrontation by complaining, going to the police complaints authority and all this sort of thing, why don't you write a nice letter? Quite serious. I'm very serious now.
Yeah.
Try something a little bit different. Find out who the officer in charge is at the station, or find out about whichever officer it is who is authorising these little calls on you to assist them with their inquiries.
Yeah.
And say, I feel that I am being scrutinised unfairly. I can assure you. Yeah, can we just get one thing clear, David? Are you a criminal? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Sorry, what are you saying?
I said, are you a criminal?
No, I'm not a criminal, mate.
You're not a criminal?
No.
Have you, are you, or have you ever been? Have you any intention
never.
of becoming... Right.
I've never done anything wrong with police. I've always been on the good side of them, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I've always been in the good books. I've never been in the bad books.
OK, right, good. Then what I think you should do is to say that you're a law-abiding citizen who has never had any difficulty with the police. You feel that you're unfairly paying the penalty for the previous occupants without mentioning any names.
Yeah.
And perhaps you may have... because it can happen to the best of people, you can... associate with people who may be of a doubtful nature. Anyone can do it. John Stalker could do it, for example, right? And so that you'd like to meet him to discuss it, to assure him that you're up to no criminal activities, and that you would appreciate it if they would delay arresting you until such time as you have committed a crime.
Yeah.
And perhaps we could get along just fine after that.
Yeah, see, but like you just said then, like, before, like when you just said about getting arrested and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would they want to arrest me?
Well, I don't know. But perhaps if you could put them... Perhaps they think you are an arrestable sort of person. Yeah?
No. Yeah, I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah. And perhaps if you wrote to them and said, look, please, I don't want any fallout here. I don't want any disagreement. Let's just get this straight.
You see, right, but the thing is, right, I'm 21, right?
If you say so.
Right? I'm only 4'9".
What?
I'm only just under 5 foot. Right?
Yes.
And I'm just over 7 stone. So you can see I only look, my age is 21, but I only look like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I mean, why do we keep getting sort of like harassed like this? I keep having my flat damaged.
I've no idea. Perhaps...
It's like with the council, I've asked them for a transfer.
Yeah.
They can't really do anything.
Well, if they haven't got the flat, they can't do anything about it.
Right. I'm on the dole.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the money I get coming in pays me rent, my gas and electric, and just about covers my food and dog food. Yeah. Right. Now, the problem is, my flat keeps getting broken into that many times. I've got to keep replacing stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, now I've got to replace myself with a new bed, a new settee, a new toy and everything.
Right.
I mean, I've bought all that out with dole and really skimped myself. I mean, I can't afford to really go through all that again.
Do you know what no, right, I'm first of all, right, go to the, I'm sure that even under the new regulations, you're entitled to money to repair things that have been smashed up by burglars. Yeah. Right?
Well, I've already done that. It's been turned down.
Oh, dear God. Well, I should, emigrate.
I have to do something.
Right. Write to Mr. Ronald Biggs. Yeah? Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Apparently lives near the beach.
Yeah.
Am I interrupting you?
No, it's okay.
Oh, good, right. Go to the coppers. Go to the police and say, oi, what's going on here? Yeah. Leave us alone, all right? I've done nothing wrong. And rather than trying to give me a seeing to, I'd very much appreciate it as, a potential taxpayer, ratepayer. I don't actually pay it because I'm Brassic, but nonetheless, if you would spend more time looking for the people who keep smashing my flat up than coming round and saving them the trouble.
Yeah. Well, you know your news desk, your Piccadilly news desk?
Yes.
That's got the story of it.
Has it? Good. Well, then why? Well, I'll listen to it on the news then. It'll only be 40 seconds. It won't be like this. Dear God. Dave Kershaw.
Hello, Jim.
He's got a lot on his plate, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, actually.
Yeah.
I'd like to speak to you about teenage gambling, Jim. In particular, a certain establishment in the Salford area.
Don't name it.
I won't mention names. I know you've had enough of that. I'm not that silly. But would it be okay if we could say it could be on a certain road, or it could be in a certain district?
No.
No, that's not acceptable either?
No.
Right. Well, it's in the Salford area anyway.
Right.
And it's a well-known amusement arcade.
Okay, then.
Now, the man there is knowingly taking people's money who are of the age of, say, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Whom he knows have criminal activities.
Yeah.
He also knows are under the age of 18.
Right.
Which his establishment does stress that's how the age of being able to go there.
I wonder.
You wonder what?
I'm under the impression, is it 18... Is that legal? Because there's a code, isn't there? There is a voluntary code, I understand.
Yeah.
Which is operated by the proprietors of amusement arcades.
Yeah.
What its legal standing is, I'm not entirely certain. But anyway...
Well, I think I'm going myself off the general rules of usual gambling.
Yes.
I know these are classed as amusements.
Right.
But I don't see to my mind, anything. And any way that you put money into something to try and get more money back is a gamble.
Oh, it is a game of chance, yes, you're absolutely right.
Right. Well, I'm speaking myself through personal experience. I'm 19 now.
Right.
And this establishment's been open, to my knowledge, for about 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Now, this bloke, for want of a better expression, is as bent as a 9-bob note. Right?
That would be a 45 pence piece, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know, in the real... yeah, that's right.
So, what's happening is, these people, they're coming in, and they're spending the money, and he's actually encouraging them to do things, to do acts of, say, violence to get money, or acts of robbery to get money.
Mm-hmm.
He's cut us in thefts. He's